You're listening to This Week in America with Rick Bratton.
Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America. Welcome back to the program. Website thisweekinamerica.us. Back with us on the program is Jim Kirwan. Jim is the founder and former CEO of TrySports, creator of Get America Moving. He came to the U.S. from Ireland in 2003 to set up TrySports. That's a specialty retail business focused on aerobic activities, walking, running, swimming, cycling, fitness, and triathlon. He has literally helped thousands of people doing that. He stepped down as CEO of TrySports at the end of 2012. Concerned about many health problems facing America today, he's now on a mission to get America moving. In fact, at the start of 2014, he created GetAmericaMoving.com. His first book is called The Exercise Factor, is now available, and it shows you how to ease into the best shape of your life regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. Jim is a graduate from the University College Dublin with a business degree. He worked for 18 years with Ireland's leading bank, Bank of Ireland, in a wide range of personnel management roles. After 3 years in London, he left the bank in 1990, set up his first business, a successful business management consultancy based in Dublin. He did this for 12 years before moving to the U.S. to set up TrySports. He's completed 4 marathons, many triathlons, has many years coaching, running, cross-country, track and field, and triathlon. His website is GetAmericaMoving.com. The book is called The Exercise Factor. Ease into the best shape of your life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. Jim Kirwan, welcome back to This Week in America. Great to have you with us once again.
Thank you, Rick. Beautiful introduction. Thanks so much.
Well, I love that. In a very successful business career, yet helping people from a fitness standpoint was really a calling from the very beginning. You finally gave into it, came over to the U.S. to help us here. Why has this been so important to you that you're really concerned about helping people? And I mentioned when you got over here, you literally have helped thousands of people. Why is this important to you, a mission for you?
Well, there's lots of reasons, but there's 2 primary ones, and I think I alluded to the first one in the first interview, and that is, my dad died very suddenly when I was just 20. He was 47, massive heart attack, never saw it coming, and it was a huge shock to my system. And so I suppose, since then I've always been asking myself, I wonder what's going to happen to me. Will I live to 47? It's a question I ask myself all the time. And thankfully I've passed out my dad. I'm 60 on my next birthday. But I'm now thinking, hey, 80s, maybe even 90s, who knows, the magic 100. So this is, if you like, the primary personal motivation. But the second one, really arose when I came to America. And in my business, I noticed just how many health problems exist in America. And we all know what they are, and so I don't need to go over them. But I believe that inactivity or lack of movement, you can call it exercise if you want to, but really it's the lack of movement is responsible for many of these problems. It's a major contributory factor. I don't want to say it's the only reason. There are others, of course, but it is a major factor. And that's the second reason that, and that's why it's called Get America Moving, because we have to move more than we're doing.
Yeah, and it's very simple. Get America moving. It's not get America out exercising 5 hours every day. And I love the title of the book, The Exercise Factor, Ease into the Best Shape of Your Life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. Jim Kirwan, our guest on the program, his website is very simple, GetAmericaMoving.com. If you go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, you can actually hear the first interview we did by going to our iTunes channel. You can see it by going to the YouTube channel. And you talk in the book about an inactivity epidemic. Talk about that, because in working with TrySports and establishing that was actually sort of a laboratory for you, wasn't it? I mean, you literally came across thousands of people at all ages of activity.
Yeah, and one of the other things that I did when I was in TrySports was I was often invited to speak at different events. And one of the events that I got involved in 8 years ago, and I mentioned to you earlier, I'm speaking tonight at the Charleston Challenge. And this is a program, a health and fitness program for overweight and obese people, and it's run by the Medical University of South Carolina, very well regarded right across the nation as a program to help people, if you like, get better and to improve their life. And in speaking, and I've spoken, I think, 15 times, today is the 16th time, I had to do a lot of research. I had to prepare a talk, and in doing that, I came across issues that I would never have known about, whether it was to do with obesity, diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, stroke, whatever. I was just horrified by the problems that we've got. And as I said earlier, I believe that inactivity is a major contributory factor for that. And I can go into the numbers and explain it to you so that people have a better understanding if you'd like me to.
Yes, please do that, because you've done the research. And again, the book is The Exercise Factor: Ease into the Best Shape of Your Life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. It's an excellent book. Information on the book is available at Jim's website, which is getamericamoving.com. Of course, the book is available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all across the country. It's easy to read. It lays it all out. Depending on your fitness level, and you may be out there doing things now and think you're doing them wrong, you want to get some guidance. You may be sitting there thinking, I need to get something started. I'm in my 40s and I feel myself aging more rapidly than I really wanted to. You can get the information to get started at The Exercise Factor. So talk about some of the research, what you found, and then we'll talk about how we can sort of like what the remedy is for that.
Well, if you were to Google, how many people in America are active or how many are inactive, you're going to get about a 50-50 split according to the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. So that's the official breakdown. So basically, officially, the word is that it's 50-50. But that number, in my view, is seriously problematic. I mean, the first thing, and this is sort of acknowledged, is it doesn't include the importance of strength. So if you were to include the strength issue, where people were doing strength, the number goes up to 80%. In other words, 80% of the American people, adults, are not exercising enough. But it doesn't stop there. There are two other important reasons. Firstly, those figures are based on the minimum recommended activity levels. Okay, so minimum recommended. I believe they should be based on the optimum levels of activity, not the minimum. And if they were based on the optimum levels, the number would be significantly higher. I don't know exactly where it would be, but it would be well into the 80s. There is another issue, and that is that it doesn't include what I call unplanned exercise. So let me explain. We have two types of exercise: planned exercise and unplanned. Planned exercise is going to the gym, going for a run, going for a swim or a walk. And, people might exercise on a planned basis from half an hour, 3 or 4 times a week, up to maybe an hour, 7 times a week, which would probably be optimum. That would be absolutely brilliant if you could do that. But what about the rest of the day, outside of sleeping and outside of the planned exercise? How are you spending that time? And in our lifetime, Rick, I have to tell you that the amount of unplanned exercise that we're doing has been totally decimated. We're doing far, far, far less. We're sitting, whether it's at work, at play, whatever it is, we're inactive and we're not moving. And that's what the inactivity epidemic is all about. So it's a very significant number. I don't know exactly what it is, 85, maybe 90% of the American population, but it's a serious problem.
In fact, when you talk about planned exercise and unplanned exercise, you refer to unplanned as sitting the new smoking. So it really is a crucial health factor. The book is The Exercise Factor: Ease into the Best Shape of Your Life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. Jim Kirwan, our guest on the program. The website is getamericamoving.com. In the book, you talk about there are many adults that retire early. Not from work, but retire early from exercise, like in their early to mid-30s. I guess there's something about you get to that level, you've settled down, you're in a routine, it's pretty easy to talk yourself out of it. I'm busy, I got the kids, we've got activities going on. Let's talk about some of the obstacles and how we get around those obstacles. You do a great job in the book, and you're going through that. It's like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. And then you not only point out the obstacles, but what we can do to get around those. What are some of the reasons we stop?
Yeah, and there are lots of reasons. I actually go through 13 different reasons in the book, but let's deal with some of the big issues. And probably the most significant one for us all is we're too busy. We're just too busy to find the time. And this is especially true of people in their 30s and 40s because it's the time they're having family, it's the time that their career is really important, so they're challenging for promotion. And maybe exercise and health is not on the Richter scale. It's not really a high priority for them. And that actually is the reason it's such a problem, that if it's not a high priority, people just don't get it done. When things are a low priority, it gets put to the back of the line, and people just don't really pay attention to it. So the secret is in making it a high priority. The people who are active and who are healthy actually see exercise as fun and enjoyable, and they make it a high priority. So that's really the big one, I would say, the busy. I'm too busy, I can't find the time. But there are then kind of related ones like I'm too old. I'm past it. I just can't do it. And men especially, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it the way I used to do it when I was young. And so I'm not going to do it. And it's a major mistake because people can exercise at any time. They can start at any time, and they can actually improve their quality of life, increase their life expectancy. So age is important. Another one is people think they're too overweight. We've a lot of, unfortunately, people in America who are overweight. 70% or more is the stat, of which about half of those are in the obese category. And so many times they feel, I can't really do this. I'm too overweight, or maybe it's a combination. I'm too old. I'm too overweight. I'm too out of shape. But that's why the tagline of the book is what it is. So there's all of these reasons. Lots of people could be embarrassed about it. If they're overweight, they might feel, I don't want to get out there. People will be looking at me, and so all kinds of issues of this kind. But I understand that there are issues and there are good reasons. But I think we have to try and get past that and understand just what the sort of the risks associated with inactivity are, and that the benefits associated with doing it outweigh, if you like, the costs and the risks and the concerns that people might have.
You're listening to This Week in America. Our guest on the program is Jim Kirwan, author of the book, The Exercise Factor. Ease into the best shape of your life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. His website is getamericamoving.com. You said something that was interesting. Once you find something you like, suddenly exercise becomes a priority. With your background with TrySports, your background with Get America Moving, in talking to people about your book, and talking to people in the public appearances like the one you've got later on the day we're recording the program, what's it like when somebody, because I'm sure they're like, I just don't like exercise, I don't know what to do. When they find something they like, and I know that's part of what you do, is you try to find something that they find enjoyable. Talk about that transformation when suddenly it becomes something, it's not a burden now. It's like, I need to get home because I'm going to run tonight, or I'm going to go play tennis tonight. It really is life-altering, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And it's amazing the transformation that you will see in people. And I've literally seen thousands over the years. And my book is sort of built on that experience of seeing what works with people. And it's just amazing to see somebody who maybe started out overweight, out of shape, thinking they were too old, thinking they were past it, and a year later, and it usually takes that length of time for the major transformation to have taken place. But at the end of that time, they look back and they go, wow, what a journey this has been. I would never go back to where I was. I'm now where I am, and I'm staying here. They'll often even admit, in the first couple of months it was really difficult and I was unsure, but I had to persist. I had to stick at it, and I'm so glad I stuck at it because it's now well worth it, and my life has changed, and there's no going back, and my journey is going to continue. It's unbelievably satisfying to see those kinds of changes. And the really good news for everybody out there is that you can do it too. You really can. You just have to want to do it and decide that you're going to do it.
All the information to get you started is available in the book, The Exercise Factor, Ease into the Best Shape of Your Life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. Jim Kirwan, the author. founder of Get America Moving, is with us on the program. The website for the book and information on the book is available at getamericamoving.com. A couple minutes left in the program. In the book, you talk about 4 key drivers, and let's talk about those because it's just everything goes hand in hand, doesn't it? It's like a series of things that you do. In fact, you start exercising. All of a sudden, you're concerned about knowledge is an important factor. Nutrition's important. Talk about the 4 key drivers.
Yeah. Well, I called the book The Exercise Factor, which gives this sort of the impression that it's a book about exercise, and it is. I mean, exercise is probably the primary factor, if you like, in the book, but it's not just about exercise. There are 4 key drivers of success, and you've mentioned them. Nutrition is the second one, and in my book, excuse the pun, nutrition is just as important as exercise. I'm often asked which is more important, exercise or nutrition, and I think people expect me to say exercise because I'm an exercise guy, but no, they're equally important. They work together. And you can turbocharge your chances of success when you understand that, recognize that, and put that into place. The third driver is knowledge. And the reason I chose knowledge is that it's so important that you have a clear picture of what's right, what the difference between right and wrong, how to do things properly, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. And it applies to exercise, it applies to nutrition, it applies especially to your health. Things like sleep or stress, heart disease. Having good knowledge is half the battle, but unfortunately, it's only half the battle. Having the knowledge is not enough, and that's where the 4th key driver, what I call the X factor, comes into play. It's the one that shows you how to do this, and that's why in some respects it's probably the most important driver of them all, and that's why I call the book The Exercise Factor.
Jim Kirwan, our guest, about a minute left in the program. Let's talk about takeaways, people listening to the program, people that have read the book and responded to you. What do you want people to take away from the exercise factor?
Right. Well, number one, I want people to take away with is that they have to think of the day, the total day and their activity within that day. Everybody's different, but they need to think of both the planned and the unplanned exercise. And there's lots of things that you can do, and I deal with it, significantly in the book. The second thing is probably that there are these 4 drivers, that it's not just about exercise, nutrition, knowledge, and the X factor. So understanding the X factor, you have to have it if you want to succeed. And, I go into a lot of length. There's a whole part associated with the X factor and what I call your new lifestyle mission. Part 3 of the book is totally devoted to that. And then finally the book, this thing of ease into the best shape of your life, regardless of your age, your weight, or your current fitness level. What that's telling you is that you have to ease into it. It's gradual, it's progressive, and that anyone can do this. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how heavy you are, or how inactive you are today.
It's an excellent book, The Exercise Factor, Ease into the Best Shape of Your Life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. And I know, Jim, you've got a special offer on the book as well.
Yeah, I mean, if people go to the website, getamericamoving.com, and put in /book, there's a special price. It includes shipping and handling, and they'll also get a free gift of 4 information videos. And those videos would be available immediately, so they can actually start learning straight away while the book is in the mail. I'll put the book into the mail immediately. I get orders from people. So if you order today, you'll probably have the book within a few days, but you can actually start looking at the videos straight away.
That is perfect information. GetAmericaMoving.com is Jim's website. Again, the book, The Exercise Factor. Ease into the best shape of your life, regardless of your age, weight, or current fitness level. Jim, a pleasure having you on the program. Still many more factors that we can talk about, and we will have you back on the show. Thanks for being with us once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you so much.
It is our pleasure. And once again, information available at Jim's website, getamericamoving.com. You can link on directly at our website, thisweekinamerica.us.